Hello everyone, it's Triple Z Hacker here, and we are back with the Shogunate Total War Tournament 2020. Today I have a great match to provide some analysis and commentary on for you guys, but before we get into the actual battle, be sure to subscribe to check out the rest of the tournament coverage on my channel, as well as tons of other Shogun 2 videos. Also check the links in the description to subscribe to Smotheredrun's YouTube channel, who will also be covering the tournament. Now without further ado, let us begin with the first battle. Alright, so for the first battle of this match, we are on the map Yamasaki Choke Point, which, as you can see, is a really fun map. There's a ton of terrain here with, the hills on each side, the river straight down the middle, this little valley right here. It's got it all. It's a really fun map. The three key buildings we have are the farmhouse, the shrine, and the sword dojo. Now, before we introduce the players and the armies and everything, I do want to say to you guys, I have been feeling a bit sick recently, so I apologize if my voice kind of gives out at points during the video. I really want to make quality content for you guys, but at the same time, I know that the tournament's been progressing quite a bit, so I want to release as many videos as I can. That being said, I do hate being sick, so I hope you guys still enjoy the video regardless. Anyways, with that out of the way, let us go over the army compositions and the players. So representing the Asai clan here, we have Cygnus, and representing the Kono over here, we have Noob. For the army composition, Cygnus brought pretty much a missile corps, and we can zoom in here real briefly to see, we got the bow samurai, bow warrior monks, some matchlocks, some fire rockets, even those. That's going to be a really fun unit to see in this battle in particular, especially on this map too, with all the terrain and everything. And then, of course, you got a bunch of spears and naginatas to protect, and then some cav over here to the left side. Now for the Kono, we have a balanced army with missile focus as well. You got the one firebomb throwers as the siege unit. You got 3 bow samurai, some matchlock ashigaru. Then, of course, you got the infantry right here with some nodachis, katanas, and naginatas. So pretty elite infantry. Don't see any cav as of yet, except for the katana cav on this side near the sword dojo. Anyways, let's get this battle underway. We'll speed things up, of course. So there we go. We have the cav going out to the left side immediately. Got some Yari Sam running up to the Kono over here, sending the Katana Cav towards the Sword Dojo. Then, of course, the rest of the army moving together in unison towards the Shrine. So the two best dojos here. Although Cygnus here going for the farmhouse, I don't think is the worst decision for the high ground sake, but definitely Cygnus should contest these two dojos as well. And ooh, we got a sneaky Yari Cav running out right here, chasing after the general, and of course we'll slow things down a bit. And of course, yeah, good to send the Yari Samurai forward. The general there, very, very scary situation for Cygnus, but able to pull the general out of that area at the perfect time. And yeah, right here, the Kono sort of setting up their defense of this little ridge here with some matchlocks, kind of overlooking this downslope of this hill. Let's see, we're gonna have a cav charge here, maybe like an uphill one, probably not like the best angles, but still, ooh. That's a really good charge, nice wide charge. I mean, again, it wasn't downhill or anything, but still got 3 really important units, the fire rockets in particular. So that's a really devastating early blow for Cygnus there, to lose some of these units, or some, not really units, but troops in the unit. Speed things up again. Let's see, do they cycle back? Oh, they're moving this way, gonna hit these swords. Oh my, wow, what a devastating charge. Oh, and the fire rockets. Oh no. Want to take them off fire at will right there. But yeah, that Yari Cav. Wow, that Katana Samurai lost a ton from the Yari Cav charge. It was a really, really good cycle charge there. Despite the Yari Cav being, so weakened from that initial charge, the ability to have them charge again was really excellent on Noob's part, because if you disorient your opponent early in the match, it can set you up favorably with like positioning, and especially with the sword dojo having been captured and the shrine as well, it's looking like Cygnus is going to have a tough time winning this one. Let's speed things up a bit. Yeah, definitely just wanting to get your spears out in front and establish a front line of protection for your missile units, but still it's really tricky, you know, to anticipate your opponent's going to engage you so soon with cav. So it's kind of like you got to be prepared at all times and protect those units at all cost. And again, setting up a good defensive position here is nice. I mean, especially with this missile core, but still you really definitely wanted to challenge the sword dojo on this side with maybe the cav. And let's see, the Asai bow cav could definitely do something here. Of course, we're still on the double speed, so right now it's sort of a waiting game. Here come the Asai marching down forward towards the Kono position, and the Kono, I think, are going to meet them here in this little ravine. Even, I mean, these fire rockets would probably already be shooting, like shooting to that, shooting to right there. If any place, that's the best target. I don't know why they're not firing it. Maybe they're not toggling. They might not be on fire at will, but they could be. Let's see. Yeah, using the bow warrior monks. This is good. There we go. There's the volley right at the general. Oh, sniping the general. I see. Wow, that's a pretty successful volley right there. I mean, getting the general eliminated there. I could certainly turn the tide a bit. Right here, though, I don't see the need to charge with the Yari Salmons and the Odachis. I really don't. I would let the arrows get a few more volleys into them, but they seem to be kind of slowed the charge a bit. But where are the warrior monks? You want the warrior monks to be fighting those Nodachis. Ooh, charging the Mashlocks with the Yari Ashigaru and getting hit by these bow samurai. Not gonna cut it. Just have the bow warrior monks shoot the Ashigaru and pull back. Can always pull back. No need to engage, you know, down the slope, so to speak. You can always let them charge uphill. And of course, let's get on the action here. God, just look at this brutal melee right here. These arrows flying in. The Asai Daimyo right in the center of it as well. And of course, these katanas and no dachis just charging all the way uphill. We have a brutal cav fight happening right on this side of the hill too. Got the bow warrior monks right at the edge of this front line here. Let's look at their view, kind of. Interesting missile view, but you can see the bow samurai on that ridge have a better position. Firing down, and of course, another charge into the daimyo here. Or the general. And the Asai general needs to get out of here. Of course, the rest of the line, I think, is being overrun as we speak. Yeah. And of course, you have a cav fight back here, but you still have some Ashigaru, but it looks like this front line is collapsing for the Asai. The general has routed as well. You got to get these forces over here. And oh, there we go. The concede defeat. The concede defeat by Cygnus there. Yeah, it was a pretty untenable position once the general fell. And really good on Noob for the early cav engagement to disorient Cygnus a bit and throw Cygnus off their sort of game plan of setting up position here on the top of the ridge. So, and I mean, again, you know, Cygnus there, I think played well enough with the circumstances. But again, whenever early cav kind of hits and depletes some of your units, it's always tough to bounce back. So really good victory for Noob there on the first battle. Let us go into the second battle now. All right, so here we are with the second battle of this match, and this is a pivotal battle for the Asai clan here, because in order for Cygnus to survive in this tournament, the Asai must win this battle right here, because if the Kono clan with Noob commanding them, if they're able to win this battle, they'll win the match, and Cygnus will be eliminated from the tournament since this is the loser's bracket. So the Asai, it's do or die for the Asai, so to speak. So this is going to be a really pivotal battle. Now, this is on the map Rice Fields, so as you all know, it's a very classic pick by most of the people in this tournament, and a beloved, map, and it certainly is great. So we have the 3 key buildings down the center as always, with the sword dojo, the workshop, and the farmhouse. Now let's review the army compositions real briefly, see if the players changed anything for this second battle, and then we'll get the match, we'll start the battle and watch the action unfold. So, for the Asai here, we have a bunch of Ashigaru veterans in the back here, about 4 of them all rank 5. We have some fire rockets and a general in the back. We have some bow cav here, so another missile unit. We got some Yari Sam as well, and some Naginata warrior monks to go along with some katanas and bow warrior monks as well, with bow samurai and matchlocks here. An interesting also configuration for the army. I think here though, you might want to go for the sword dojo and the workshop, especially the workshop as well for the extra defense. So maybe put like a few units hidden in these trees here as well for Cygnus would have been really good for the deployment phase. Now let's go over here to Noob and the Kono and see if there's any changes here. Let's see, so we got some Yari Sam, we got matchlocks, we have some Nodachis, some Yaris, and more Nodachis, about 6 Nodachi samurai here, so definitely a difference. And then we got a bunch of Yari Cav and two Yari Cav and 2 Katana Cav. Okay, so a pretty rush-focused army for rice fields, which is, it's good for this map, very flat map, so the rush builds tend to be favored on this map. But let's see if the Asai are able to pull this out and take us to a third battle. Anyways, let's get this battle underway. We'll speed things up real briefly so that way we can get right into the action. So the Asai immediately moving forward in a concentrated mass straight towards the farmhouse. Or on this side, we can see the Katana Cav rushing to the sword dojo, probably going to be dismounted to take it. And then we have the 3 other Cav units going through the center, right by the actual rice fields themselves. Then over there, we can see some more Cav units emerging, 2 more Yari Cavs. So this is definitely a rush build for sure. The Asai are going to have their hands full moving and their spears around and everything. But as you can see, rushing towards the center with these dojos here, it's really tough with the missile-based army to do that. So you, like, if you have a missile core army, you're going to need to do that. No, there goes the fire rockets firing. Sorry I missed those, but oh, some people actually got up from those volleys. Of course, a few of them flew far away. Let's see if they fire another. In the meantime, we have the Cav over there advancing slowly, whistling arrows. Really nice by the bow warrior monks of the Asai shooting, and there's another fire rocket volley. Oh my god, right through the woods. I mean, not the best target to shoot at with the fire rockets, though. With the infantry, you want to use them against the Cav right here. So maybe target the Cav units here. Let's see, here comes a Cav charge. Yari Cav is thundering through the plains here, right through these cherry blossom trees and into, let's see. Oh my god, that's devastating. Devastating. Right through some of the bows, but also hit some of the spears there. So yeah, as the Asai, you really want to protect those bow warrior monks with that spear unit there, defending against charges like that. And of course, here come the Yari Samurai charging in as well. 3 Yari Samurai. So Yari Samurai, Nodachi based rush army, which is, I haven't really seen that combo before. I've seen Naginatas though. Yeah, it looks like the Yari Ashigaru are holding the front line for now. But it's not looking good for the Asai because the Asai don't really have any of the buildings. Whereas the Kono have all the advantage in the key buildings, giving bonuses to all their units. See the monks holding off this front line against a horde of Nodachis and Yari Sam. See the Asai Daimyo rushing forward, getting hit by some Yari Cav, it looks like, in the back. And of course, Ashigaru rushing over to protect their lord. Oh, and another Cav charge on the far right side. This is not looking good for the Asai. Being pinned down and surrounded, a brave last stand ensuing here. You got the warrior monks rushing back to go help defend their general. And the matchlocks opening fire right. Oh, this is a brilliant angle around that Cav. Oh my god, that's devastating. Can the Asai hold? How much longer can they hold before the Kono push through their front lines? Looks like some Yaris engaging against Yaris there, and the Ashigaru are fleeing. Oh no. Looks like the Asai are breaking, and the Kono are rushing forward through the center. All hope is failing, it looks like. Oh no. And the Asai are in full retreat. Full retreat, fleeing from the battlefield. Oh, such a shameful display. And there you have it, of course. The Kono and Noob commanding the Kono there, taking advantage of the terrain with, rice fields being such a flat map, and taking advantage of the Rush army composition to really get towards those key buildings as soon as possible. And the Asai there, Cygnus really just having too many missile units for this map, I think. Like if you have the bow cav and 2 bow units and matchlocks and fire rockets, it's sort of almost overkill at that point. You kind of have so many missile units that you're going to have to just basically defend them, and you're not really going to be able to have like the offensive capabilities you need for such a flat map. So really, I think eliminating some of those missile units and prioritizing 1, maybe 2 or 3, being like, the bow cav and the 2 bow warrior monks as the missile units you bring, or maybe if you want to focus matchlocks, bringing 2 matchlocks and a bow unit, that sort of thing. But at the end of the day, Cygnus fought well and hard, and when speaking to the players, actually, they both, Cygnus at length talked about how they learned a ton from this experience and that they're looking forward to the next challenge and the next tournament so that they can prove themselves once again. And congratulations, Cygnus, on the tournament run. Unfortunately, you have been eliminated. And congratulations, more importantly, to Noob for advancing on to losers round 2. But again, congrats to both players. Really, it was some really fun matches and entertaining to watch on both sides. And we're all here because we love Shogun too. And so at the end of the day, it's really great to see just the armies clashing and fighting and sort of all the tactics and everything that go into the battles. So congrats to both players once again. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching this tournament coverage. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll have some more videos out on the tournament shortly for you guys. Anyways, be sure once again to like and subscribe and check the links in the description. Take care, you guys.